Njeru Ndegwa. You cannot allow Professor Law Adams, he's in that advisory team, William Ruto, and therefore this is another. And I realized because Wiper was unfairly blamed for delaying the process. Now the truth is known. It was not us. It was William Ruto, through instructions given to a judge in Kiambu, who has vacated her own situation, dismissed the application, and therefore paving the way for the selection panel to be put in place. So now I say, Professor Law Adams, because he went in as Azimio and Dr. Kokemoli as Azimio, right? As of today, therefore, the whole thing about the categorization of those leaders, of those members of IBC selection panel, are based on that structure. Now, we can, going forward, choose to dismantle the structure. And I think Philip Kisia, who is the executive director of Azimio, whatever remains, because we have Billy still holding on, we have Wiper holding on, we have Kano. Remember that we had One Kenya Alliance, and I think we were with you by that time. One Kenya Alliance. So some of these things, I'm just saying, we must be strategic so that we do not make it obvious. Indeed, it's going to become, let it come up and hit. Remember, there were people, Kenyans also, on social media, who are determined to get the new team going forward. And I saw myself invited to Limuru 4 conference. Limuru 4 kufanyika. But I know the urge by Kenyans, they want us to get together, drive out this situation. Senator Richard Onyanka, I really agree with you. I can't agree with you more. If there's a leader who has been reborn, in my view, and speaking the language of the young Kenyans, and not afraid of anything, it is Senator Richard Onyanka. So, what you have told us here is like a tip of the iceberg. I think I want to agree with Malala. When I met Malala today, we laughed. I remember the last time, this man is able to organize tremendous. He organized a big rally for Matungu, remember? We were campaigning for a candidate, One Kenya, Namulindo. Big organization. So I wondered what happened. I still want to ask a few questions. What happened? And therefore today, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you what is happening now is the real thing. You know, I took a position before the impeachment of the deputy president, the second deputy president. We consulted. We actually went on a retreat. And we took a principled position because the country was saying, not Rigathi Gachagua alone, but even William Ruto amtangulie. So they were saying, remember, kufa driver, kufa makanga. So we say we will not allow makanga na kufa peke yake. And that is why we took that principled position. It was not for the love of Regi G. I can tell you I've never myself at that level interacted closely with ndugu huyu Regi G. I haven't. But I can also disclose that they have been talking very closely with my brother Eugene. You know, be strategic. Mwambie Eugene kutana na yeye. Saa ingine tunakutana tukasema this thing is not right. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So Bwana Wambugu, I also thank you for standing with our brother here. One time I went to Nyeri, I had all kinds of reasons to say no to Rigathi when an opportunity arose. Because he had that MP for Nyeri town was a tough organizer. Nilienda kule nikapigua kelele ya ajabu. And I went there, we met with our brother Rigiji at Ndarasha, that terrible incident, the tragedy, when we were burying those children. He briefed us, tukaingia Nyeri town. I saw a different Nyeri town. By the time we were in Karatina, if I was the MP for that area, I would resign mapema. Kama kuna mtu anachukiwa na watu ambao wamemchagua, from what I could see, I don't know what the name of that MP is. I would advise him mapema, resign, tafuta kazi ingine, mwambie Zakayo kupatie ambassadorio, uame Kenya hii. Because if there will be an election. The other reason they are delaying this whole thing about IBC is because they know now under the constitution you can recall some of those MPs. Wanaogopa hiyo kama kitu ingine. And I want to prepare our people. Now that IBC is there, tafadhali mujiandae hawa watu wawe recalled. Because they have acted unjustly. They have supported corruption. They have, above all else, stood for a government that abducts its own citizens. And I want to posit here. My academic brother